and welcome to Talk to Me America. I'm Lord Goddess, your hostess. This is being brought to you by Here's What I Heard, my channel on YouTube, Odysee, BitChute, and Rumble. Of course, I can't live feed on BitChute. I don't know what that's about yet. And I can't afford Rumble yet. So here I am on YouTube and Odysee. Which actually, Odysee, I think, so far is the best. So far. Just my opinion. Of course, I could be a little jealous. Or no, not jealous. I'm sorry, my brain's going crazy. In fact, I'm sitting here biting my nails because I'm having horrible technical difficulties. In fact, the minute I went to try and reboot everything so I could set up for tonight about 12 minutes ago, it crashed in the middle of me rebooting. It's like, uh-oh. I'm going to have problems. So, and let's see, in the interim, the first time I went live just a few minutes ago, I started streaming, OBS crashed. Then, what else? Then one of my screens that I've got pulled up for monitoring all of this stuff, the Odysee one crashed. Please refresh. So, and this just started, these things just started about 10 minutes ago. Tell me they're not watching us. And of course, it's colder than a witch's tit in a brass bra down here. So, and it is sleeting. So we could lose power at any time as well. So tonight is going to be anything goes, I guess, or as much as we can get in before something might happen. I hope you guys are all doing well and staying warm out there. Most of the United States is pretty freaking cold right now. I guess that's okay. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody that helped me to get to 5 stars on Odysee. Thank you very much. You're gonna have to let me know what that means again. What am I forgetting? Something about you have to have 5 stars to be able to do something, but I forgot exactly what that was. Because I was already live streaming, and I can already do the GIFs on the chat. So please refresh my memory before this thing crashes again. So of course, as you can see, the name of this one is "They're Dropping Like Flies," which is actually kind of true. The only thing that kind of freaks me out about it is the fact that they're doing it to themselves. However, is that actually the case? They always tell you to follow the money. And I've been seeing articles now coming out about at least Neil Young, who has seemed to have started a movement amongst his boomer generationers or whatever, that used to be for freedom of speech. In fact, I found a poster the other day of one of their first concerts, and it was literally named Freedom of Speech. So I guess everybody has their price. But the article that I came across basically showed that BlackRock owns the rights to Mr. Neil Young. So they sign his paychecks or whatever it is they're giving him, and he blah, blah, blahs. Everybody else needs to be censored. But he also has to have some kind of a sense of that he's better than everybody else. They don't just pay him in money, I think. I think, well, that's my opinion. These people have gone from the 60s freedom of speech, and they started this free love and all this other crap hole, and then when they became our leaders, I guess you could say, they're like, well, we got ours, so fuck the rest of you. You're going to be our minions and slaves for the rest of y'all's lives. And if you don't like it, you'll be taken care of accordingly to keep it polite. Let me know that y'all are out there. Let me see. Little Bit Blue, welcome. 451 Actual, my metal man. He has a radio show on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Is it? Yeah, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. I'll be in there in the morning, unless I sleep really late. But yeah, he plays awesome metal, and if you know of any good rock bands that need some exposure and etc., give him a shout out about it. But he also keeps us up on some of the latest news. I get some of my headlines from him, along with, of course, Salty and Wage War, and I think we have Advocate Coke, 1964, otherwise known as Wingnut, G.I. Wingnut. Right on, right on. Rougarou! It's raining in the swamp at 43 degrees. Yeah, it's already 29 up here where we are. Yes, it's cold. And it's also sleeting outside, so there's going to be ice on everything in the morning. Red Dawn Radio, what's up? Thank you for coming by. We listen to him all the time too. Yes, we appreciate it. In fact, I think you're getting ready to go on yourself in a few minutes, aren't you there? So maybe everybody pull up two windows on their browser and like going back and forth to us. Maybe you can communicate in between us. We can talk about each other's shit while we're going on. Either that or call me from your radio show. Call me from your show. We can go live on each other's show. That'd be awesome. All right. Thank you so much, though, for dropping by. And again, like I say, I want to thank everybody for their involvement in getting me up to the 5 stars. I do believe Wage had something to do with that. He rallied you guys. In fact, he remembers to ask you guys to help me out when I forget. That shows you I'm not really in it for the money, but at the same time, you can see the quality of my stuff. And I need some upgrades too. So even if you just share, get me growing in numbers, that's cool. That'll be, you know, got to start somewhere. But once again, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for getting me to 5 stars. Again, you'll have to remind me why I needed 5 stars, though. All right, let's see. Who else? Red Dawn Radio, 451 Actual. Who did I just see in there? Oh, American Ink Music. These guys, you guys need to check them out there. Click on their link or click on their @ in the chat. They got some awesome metal music. They love America. So definitely check them out. In fact, 451 Actual has him on their set list. He plays them quite often, and I headbang to it. Yep, I'm an old rocker, so, you know. And put it this way, good music is good music. It's like Van Halen said, if it sounds good, it is good. I like that rule in music. Okay, let's see. Come on, keep coming on. Do we have anybody? Let's see, we got one person viewing in YouTube. I'm hoping it's working okay. Like I say, I'm having problems, and I think it's because of the fact that I just have slow, old shit. And of course, now bandwidth doesn't have anything to do with what my computer's doing, but it sure probably has a lot to do with how you see it out there. Again, I apologize. It's actually the only thing I have available at the moment. So we make do with what we have. And of course, the whole point of this show is to get y'all's voices out there. Freedom of speech. In fact, this is actually one of the reasons why I named this show what I named it today, because we literally have people silencing themselves in hopes of silencing others, or in hopes of forcing others to be silenced. Not only does that take away that person's right to say whatever it is they want to say, which is actually protected by our Constitution, but it also prevents other people from being able to hear it that might want to. And it's like, you know, it's not like anybody's twisting your arm to listen to these people. It's not like anybody's holding a gun to your head to listen to these people. There is a thing called an off switch, or change the channel. God, how many channels are there on cable? How many channels are there on YouTube? How many channels? I mean, there's millions and 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 millions of stuff to watch, and you're going to complain about one asshole that you decided you don't like? Sorry. And of course, just because he's popular doesn't mean that he's better than anybody else. It just means people want to hear what he has to say. People want to hear what he has to talk about. Again, he's just one guy. You got 11 million people watching him at one time, though. You are going to be hubris enough to take that away from that many people? Not to mention the fact you take away the right of people to not listen. It's like, oh, okay, I don't like this, click. You know, you're taking away almost everybody's rights there. So, you know, I don't like being told what I'm allowed to hear and what I'm not allowed to hear. I determine that. Not you. Not some bureaucrat somewhere. Not these assholes in Washington. Most of which I don't think even belong there. But that's another story. Yes, that's right. IP Cyborg says there's no such thing as hate speech, only speech that one may hate. And of course, they always make up new words for this kind of stuff. And it's like they'll tell you this, they'll be talking this stuff and they'll be lecturing and you just kind of, like a dog, what? Huh? And then they have to explain it to you. And then after they explain it to you, you're no smarter than, you don't know anything more than what you knew a minute ago. And you still don't believe what they say. In fact, I was watching, oh, my head is going crazy. I'm sitting here going, please don't go down. Please don't go down. Anyway, I was watching, Wingnut, G.I. Wingnut, and he had, Greenblatt on there. And I've never heard such drivel in my life. I bet that man has never, ever, ever, ever experienced anything like what he was talking about. But he's using all of the blah, blah, blah from the mainstream media, if you will. I just call them propagandists because that's basically all they are anymore. But he's using all of that information to make a case. Aren't lawyers supposed to find out what's actually going on? So, yeah, on all this hate speech. Like I say, this is what I hear out of these people. Buzzword, 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 buzzword. You suck, give me money. Buzzword, buzzword, buzzword. You give me money or else. Buzzword, buzzword. If you disagree with me, buzzword, 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 buzzword. This is what I hear from these people. And then they have the nerve to turn around and tell everybody else that they're hateful. You're the hateful one if you don't do what I tell you. I have one thing for them. Okay. Of course, you can see the phone number scrolling down on the bottom. It's 409-877-1243. Some things I wanted to point out that I found throughout the week. And again, with the theme of the show that they're dropping like flies. I thought this was hilarious. Now, this is kind of sort of a feud, I guess you can say, between Bette Midler, another aging bathhouse entertainer. Look it up. That's where she got her start. And by the way, Barry Manilow is another one that's now silencing himself. He was her pianist. Look it up. Anyway, the governor of, she got on Twitter and started telling everybody that in West Virginia, they're just all yokels beneath her, basically, if you will. You can look that up too. I didn't get but you know, all tired and strung out and poor and all that. Like, she's like it was almost like a backhanded compliment, if you will. You know what I'm saying? She's looking down her nose at her while going, oh, you poor things. As if and that made those people mad. It's like, how dare you? How dare you judge us like that? Who do you think you are? Just because you can sing through your nose doesn't give you the right to look down on other people. You're no better than the rest of us. So the governor tells Bette Midler to kiss his dog's ass. Am I back? Oh, OBS just crashed, if in case you guys are still here. Am I here? Am I here? Are you there? OBS crashed. Bette Midler. Sorry about that, guys. Yes, I'm back. Okay, great. Fucking OBS crashed again. Like I say, anything can happen tonight. I have no idea. And when this thing starts acting up on me 15 minutes before I'm even supposed to start. All right. Anyway, on to what I was saying. Bette Midler isn't. Put it this way: that dog's ass isn't even good enough for Bette Midler. Okay. But she decides that she's gonna come back after she's been had. Butt of the joke, Bette Midler fires back at West Virginia. And of course, this made more shit for her too, because again, she ridiculed these fine, hardworking blue collar folks. Basically said that the dog's ass would make a better governor than him, as if she was the authority on anything other than bathhouses. Like I say, look it up. That's where she got her start. She was a bathhouse entertainer. And if I remember correctly, Barry Manilow was her pianist. Way back in the 60s and 70s, I guess you could say. But yeah, man. Somebody needs to post that that meme, because I saw somebody took this picture. I couldn't find it myself. I think Salty had it on his feed or whatever like that. But yeah, who are you, Miss Bette Midler? So what? You can sing through your nose. You have a couple of albums. You've done a couple of acting jobs, and people love that you're that goofy-looking fucking witch in Hocus Pocus, Focus, whatever it is. But yeah, you're no better than anybody else. In fact, I bet you if they put you out in the middle of West Virginia without all your money, fame, and all that other shit, you wouldn't be any better than. You probably wouldn't even be able to survive. Yes, you're right. IP Cyborg. Prowler, hey, welcome. Batshit Bet fornicated with Geraldo, and I said, did she? Did she really? That cheesy mustache just, I can't even look at him, man. And of course, after the kind of shit that he tried to pull in New Orleans after Katrina, I'm actually surprised that he got his job back after being smashed in the face with that chair that time. He tried to be Downey Jr. or whatever, that guy that smoked with the Juddy Cheese. He looked like he was an old cop from Just the Facts, ma'am. Remember that one? Oh, okay. Well, they're dropping like flies. Here's one. There's 2 articles on this one here. Now, I had no idea who the hell these people were. Penzi Spices. Must be some guy up in Oregon, I guess, or something like that. Might be Colorado. But he decides that he's going to rename MLK Day. This is from the Daily Mail, UK. Penzi Spice CEO sparks fury by renaming MLK Day Republicans Are Racist Weekend in a letter to his customers. He sparked outrage after he renamed the day. And of course, I bet he doesn't have any black customers. Bill Penzi Jr., 58, who founded the company in 1986 and does not have any shareholders to answer to, sent out the letter on Friday. It promised to cheese off racists for free as part of a Spices promotion that includes 10 Black Lives Matter stickers because they have earned our respect. There we go. It keeps saving the intro. I'm not real sure exactly what's going on here, so like I say, it started messing up on me about 15 minutes before I was supposed to even start doing this tonight. It's like, not real sure what's going on, but I have my suspicions, and of course I'm sure you do too. Although it's just OBS that's crashing now. Okay, anyway, this guy tells all of his customers, he's got like, what? What did it tell me? I think he had like 50 or 70,000 people that he wrote to for this, whoever his people were. But then this happens. Spice Company Republicans are racist promotion backfires spectacularly. It turns out that people don't like to be lectured when they're ordering food. And I would venture to say that 9 out of 10 of his customers are probably not even political. You know what I'm saying? They could care less whether or not he likes this one or that one. They probably just liked his products, which is basically what it's supposed to be all about. But when you start talking this shit, you're going to lose at least half of your audience. Well, in his case, he lost almost 70%, I think, like that. He said something to the effect that he lost 40,000 subscribers, but he got another 30,000 back because of the hoopla. And of course, this is probably just another wacko idea for marketing. This is how he marketed himself. All right, now, y'all don't be shy. I know that things are going wrong, but don't be shy. You can still call me. But yeah, I was going to say, and actually, to be honest with you, you know, I don't wish this guy any ill will, but I'm not going to take his bullshit either. And I'm not about to be lectured to him just for buying his product. You either sell your product or go into politics. You really, 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 truly can't have both. So one of the ones, this is the small indication of they're dropping like flies. This, like I say, in fact, right now, the reason why this came out with regards to being a backfire was because of the fact that he's now going out there and begging people to pre-order gift cards. And of course, he's blaming it on COVID and all that other stuff. But, you know, he's always been a mail-in company. Gaslighting. I guess gaslighting and victimhood sells these days. I can't even think like that. I can't even think like that. I've gone through a whole bunch of stuff, but I've always pulled myself out of it, and I don't want anybody else to feel sorry for me. Yeah, I'll take a gift or whatever like that, and, you know, when I need help or whatever, and I'll ask for it. Like, I definitely need help upgrading this crap. So all my links are below if you guys feel like it. Once again, is Wage there? Yeah. IP Cyborg says there's a lot of money to be made selling communism and none to be made when you get it. Indeed. In fact, it was like my first sentiment when I said earlier that these people now that are in charge, they've gotten their goods. They've done all the stuff that our country affords to them and everything like that, but they want to take that away from anybody else. And it's like, you know, you're not going to be here forever, and you're not going to take with you. You know, why are you so scared of anyone else getting any kind of success or fame or anything like that? You never know if that person's going to put you up on some kind of a pedestal. You never know if you're really depriving yourself of some kind of an opportunity by not giving someone else a chance. You never know what they can bring up. In fact, case in point, let me see, did I save that? Ah, yes. This is what happens when you get yours and you decide nobody else can have anything. Former dwarf wrestling star Peter Dinklage's wokeness cost dwarf actors their dream jobs. So here's another 7 or 8 people now. Oh, look at there. I got a phone call coming in. Wade, you're taking a chance on me. Let's see. Things should work better this time. I set this thing different. You're on the air, Wade.
Ree!
Ree! That's our battle call, y'all. So what's up, my friend?
Oh,
first of all, let me thank you so much for helping me get the 5 stars.
Wow. Day, let me tell you. Hang on. Let me.
Indeed.
Yeah, I've got the headphones on, but I gotta mute the stream, so I'm not getting you, and you.
Yes, you.
Anyway,
y'all have permission to rebroadcast me if I can keep this damn thing going.
Yeah, that was my other question. Did you want to do a remote connection?
What is that?
That's where you basically give me your key and we use my computer to do your stream.
Oh, no, that's okay, dude. I appreciate it. That's all right. I appreciate it. I gotta be able to what do they call it? Troubleshoot this shit anyway, you know. What happens if you're not there sometime, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Actually, Wade, I'm going to tell everybody about this man right here. This man is one of the finest people on the planet. Because he takes people like me. Asshole or not, you still are a good man. You take people like me under your wing and you help us get where we need to go. You want to remind me why I needed 5 stars again?
For ranking within Odysee.
Okay.
It gives you more advertisement, I guess you would call it, through Odysee. They are more likely to show your stream if you're a 5 stars compared to a 4 star.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, thank you once again so much for bumping me up there, and I know you were responsible, even if you didn't do the whole thing. You got our wonderful crew of salty berserkers to help out. I appreciate it muchly.
That ain't nothing but a thing. You just a fellow worker in the trenches.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to do what a lot of people can't, and like I say, not a lot of people can do. Actually, I barely can, if you can see. But not a lot of people can do all of the creating and all of this and everything like that. But people can make a quick phone call, and people need to get their voices out there.
Oh, definitely. You offer a platform that nobody else does.
Cool.
That means something.
Cool. I'm unique.
You're extremely unique. You've got a heck of a voice. You and your husband on stage are phenomenal.
Oh, thank you.
Even your son is good.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. He's awesome. Our kids are awesome.
Yeah, we've aired them over on Wage War Radio several times.
Oh, well, thank you. I really appreciate that. Then they do too. I'm sure that they're seeing upticks on their Spotify numbers. I hope somebody got a chance to go and see them live. They played live on the 29th.
Why don't you get when I'm streaming? Why don't you get on and promote them?
I try. Actually, at that point, I was working myself. Yeah, don't forget, I got a job IRL now too. So, at the time I was working. Otherwise, I'd have had my ass there fucking streaming them. So.
Don't ever be afraid to promote your stuff on my channel. That's what it's there for.
Oh, I appreciate it.
It's to help everybody out.
Yep, that's right.
I've just been at it a lot longer than you guys have. That's the only difference. And the only way you're gonna get the numbers is if you promote, if you get out there, if you network.
Oh yeah. consistency and constancy, and do this. That's why no matter what's going on, I try to absolutely make sure that Thursdays are a go.
Yeah, one of the most important things about a successful stream, be there when you say you're going to be there.
Yeah, as much as they call it racism and stuff like that, punctuality is still good.
Yeah.
When that shit comes up, all I can do is laugh. It's like, are you serious?
Yep.
In fact, I saw a TikTok today.
What do you guys? Whoa! What do you got on the screen? Something about little bit?
Yeah. The theme of the show tonight is they're dropping like flies, and this particular one was basically what's happening is you got these people that have gotten their fame and their fortune and everything like that, but they're speaking out against anybody else getting theirs or having to be able to get theirs. Case in point, Dinklage says, "Oh, shame on you, Disney, for not reestablishing the use of dwarfs in this story when you went Latino with the Snow White and blah blah blah," and Disney went, okay, and people lost, and some of these dwarfs that were looking forward to probably getting these jobs lost their jobs without even being able to, with no recourse, no nothing. All of a sudden, boom, their dream is gone. You don't think these actors are pissed off about this shit? And it's like, look, Dinklage, you got your shit. How dare you?
What a scumbag.
He is. And it's like I said, and if you know anything about Peter Dinklage, now I don't know how much of this is true. I just saw a video, but he came from nothing. He was living off the streets and yada yada yada, and all of a sudden he's this big star, and he's all thankful for this, and he's gonna take that away from others like him. Shame on him.
I know, really, attacking people like Little Bit. I mean, come on. She needs her job too.
Yeah, well, as I say, these guys were looking forward to this. I guess next he's going to attack Wizard of Oz.
Well, why not? I mean, the Munchkins. He talks for the Munchkins, doesn't he?
It sounds like he's trying to, but they're not happy about it. You see this thing here? They're not happy about it. The former dwarf wrestling star. He's basically saying, stay out of this one. You just woke yourself out of a bunch of people's jobs. Are you advocating? Whose side are you on, in other words? Are you advocating for us or not?
Right. Now, look, everybody, I'm not going to be staying on here all night. Y'all got to call in. While you're at it, Tiv, here's what you heard. LBC, she needs them desperately. Trust me.
Wage. Prowler of the Night says, I heard Peter Dinklage used to work at the Glory Hole. Okay.
That I don't know.
What is that? I mean, I know what a glory hole is, but there is a glory hole?
Yes.
Is it okay? Just for clarification, is it because of the name? Is it named appropriately?
Sort of. It's kind of like the Bunny Ranch. Anyway, look, people, call in 409-877-1243. Not 1234, 1243, or you can Skype.
Yep.
Give
or you can Skype
address.
me at ldghwih@gmail.com. I still haven't gotten... Actually, to be honest with you, I don't want to put any more videos up or anything like that, because that's what ends up making my computer crash. So far, so good. Maybe you're a good luck charm for me there, Wade. Thank you, Prowler.
Hey, you got anything live going on recent, coming up soon?
You mean me?
Yeah.
You mean actually, got this weekend off.
This is your show.
Yeah, it is. I usually try to keep the music show, the IRL stuff and the virtual stuff separately, though. The last thing I need is anybody coming there and starting trouble. Well, first of all, they wouldn't get very far because it's extremely guarded. But secondly, we don't need that.
You need to use every last platform you can to promote all of your stuff. When I want to know, what the fuck do you have in those drawers behind you?
Lots of cool stuff. But actually,
Like,
he's getting ahead of me here now. Actually, this is my 9th show, and thank you for reminding me. I was going to say something about it, but this is my 9th show. Next show is going to be my 10th show, and I have actually had people ask me that question. And I was thinking about having some kind of a drive, maybe, if you guys are interested in that, because as a lot of you may or may not know, I used to be a recycle artist. But I also do acrylics, and I don't know how many of you saw the little video that I did of the gift that I sent to Salty Cracker. Since he was such a Star Wars nut when I first encountered him, I had some molds. In fact, Wade, I'm actually in the middle of your order now. I had some molds that depict Star Wars stuff. There's your Millennium Falcon. There's your Darth Vader.
R2D2?
Yes, I have R2D2. So I say I'm in the middle of your order now. And what, TIE fighters or X-Wings? Anyway, those are going to be refrigerator magnets. And I had showed them, I'd sent those to Salty for a gift to try. In fact, like I say, I had to make a video because he didn't show anybody. I'll give you a sneak peek. But what I was going to do, is show you some of the things. And I got way more shit than this. In fact, I've already prepared for this next show. But I make shit like this. And I got all kinds of cool goodies that I make. If somebody wants to like make bids on them and stuff like that, or you know how we're gonna do it, or if you're gonna like for this, if you want to tip me, what I guess I'll take 15 for this, and it'll include shipping. Get with me later on, and I'll send it to you. So, I'm trying to liquidate, and of course I'm trying to raise money for improvements that I desperately need here. So yes, wait, thank you for reminding me. That's going to be next week. We'll do a little thing for celebrating my 10th show.
All right, so all of you pay attention, because I forced this out of her one show early.
Well, no, I still needed to advertise it so people would call. And I'm glad you reminded me, because it slipped my mind. I'm so worried about this thing crashing right now, because, I mean, I've had everything today, from little bits and pieces of it crashing to the entire thing crashing. So it's obvious that I either need an update or something better. And of course, like I say, my bandwidth is shit. But I'm pushing them. I call them every week now. Hey man, you got my updates? You got my fiber optic yet? Got my fiber optic yet? They're gonna get tired of me calling.
Here's what happened to me in the last week. Windows literally forced me to update to Windows 11. How did they do that, you ask? I'm glad you asked. They turned around and they started overloading my broadband, my bandwidth, with updates.
Oh, Lord.
And then they would sit there and burn up all of my memory holding all of these updates. So basically, I was running literally on one window of a browser in order to play videos. But then I went ahead and upgraded to Windows 11. I got 2 more memory sticks and a new chair.
Yes, we saw that very handsome new chair.
Thanks to all of my viewers. Literally, all of that came from them. They are a wonderful bunch. They are savages. They are family.
Yeah,
And you
why do
don't
you
have to
think I
worry
try
about
so
your
hard to stay
computer.
on this channel?
And you don't have to worry about your computer crashing. I'm here.
Okay. Thank you.
it's it's scared of me.
I would think it would crash even harder then. Stay away!
No, look, people, call in, man. If you got something to say, get it out.
Yeah,
Get it off your chest.
Hallie's there. She's on YouTube. She asked me, is that a skull? Yes, that was a skull. I actually found a really cool candle one Halloween, and I reproduced it. I actually make molds, and I pour acrylic. I can make almost anything that has a flat surface on the bottom or something like that. I'm not real good with two-part molds yet. They kind of leak on me. Like, haven't perfected those yet, but I can do just about anything with a regular mold that's got a flat surface. Actually, those weren't flat, but I also have tools that like carve things and sand things down and everything like that. So I can fix it afterwards. But the molding part's a little, two-part mold. I don't know if you know anything about any of that stuff. But yeah, this, like I say, this is what I do. I mold and sculpt things. I also, let's see.
Do you use a Dremel?
Sometimes.
Okay.
But I'm also, like I say, I'm also a recycle artist. I take junk and make cool shit like that. These are all pieces and parts of porcelain jewelry from, I think, England, some of them. And then, of course, the pearls.
Really?
Yeah, and of course the pearls and all the other stuff that I made with it. I painted these little. I get scrap wood, and I'm just, like I say, I was a recycle artist, but since the and like I say, that's just another example of a few things that you'll see in my next show. But yeah, since the shutdowns and everything like that, nobody likes my work anymore. They all do it themselves.
Well,
so I decided to get online.
Showing them how to do it.
Show them how to do it.
Stop showing them. No, don't show them how to do it.
Oh no, I do have a channel on YouTube doing some instructional stuff, but that was when I was into designing with duct tape.
Do you restore antiques and stuff like that?
Sometimes. Actually, it's funny you should ask that.
No, it's not funny. I'm serial. Dead serial.
These rhinestones were black, so I just painted them and enameled them. And it's actually an old brooch from the 50s.
So basically, if somebody's trying to restore something antique and it's got ceramics, you can do it.
Depends on the damage. Do I go to art fairs? I used to, but you know what? The thing about art fairs is almost the same thing now with Etsy. Now, I don't know if you know anything about Etsy, but Etsy was a website that promoted and allowed independent people like myself a specific and an exclusive website to sell their goods on. And I was actually doing pretty well until they went public. The minute they went public, they turned into a Chinese reseller, and you can't compete. It's impossible. And they've also gotten some rules and regs in there that are pretty dictatorial, if you ask me, because they are now, whether you want to advertise with them or not, they are now requiring 15% of your whatever you make for advertisements that you may or may not want. They changed a whole bunch. Like I say, as soon as they went public, when before they went public, they were for the creators, the artists. As soon as they went public, they were for the investors, and like I say, they turned into a Chinese reseller. You might as well. It's a more expensive Wish, if you will.
Are you kind of hinting around that Rumble might become like that?
Am I kind of hinting around?
Oh, did I? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to spring that on you.
Oh, no, that's okay.
But yeah, Rumble's getting ready to go public.
Well, like I say, as soon as that happens, usually the interest goes from the creators to the investors. And the investors wave that money around and say, we want this and we want that, and the creators are
That's why I love Odysee. I mean, I've got a long history with libraries, so.
Ah, gotcha. Well, I've been on Odysee for a year and a half now.
One more time. What's that Skype?
Skype is
Address you got?
ldghwih @gmail.com. Although I want to eventually bring people's pictures up when they do this, but I'm not putting no more video on here because that's what, for some reason or another, whenever I go in to check the because I've got this program that tells me what the crash symbols and all that other stuff. Not even a damn blue screen this time. The thing just went black and started to reboot. Ah! Can you see me now, Hallie? Are you there? Are you there? The entire computer crashed this time. Oh. Okay. I'm back up on YouTube at least. I'm trying to come back up on Odysee. Okay, live stream successfully reset. I'm gonna lose all my customers on Odysee. Sorry about this, guys. Like I say, I keep having technical difficulties, and I don't know what's wrong. As I was saying, the checker that I have for this basically says that it's something to do with my video card. Yes, you are. My Odysee. Come on, Odysee. All right. Okay, you're on the air, such as it is.
Oh, hi. Hi, it's Hallie. Hi, how you doing? Hi.
Hiya, Hallie. Right now, we're only
Hi,
on
I'm
YouTube.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm are you, I mean, if you're trying to, did I call it a wrong time? I mean,
No, this is fine. This is fine. I'm just trying to get back on Odysee, too. My entire computer just crashed when I was on the phone with Wage just a second ago. I've been having trouble all night.
Well, it reminds me, I have to call Geek Squad about my computer at home. I'm at work right now, so I have to try to, restore my browsers. You're talking to a Luddite here. I'm always helpless when the thing,
We're only
Hi,
on
I hope you're
YouTube.
managing there. Yeah. I was curious. You said Etsy is now public. I once bought I think last year, I bought a nice dress, like a custom made dress. The seamstress was based in China or maybe Hong Kong. So you're saying that everything there is now Chinese controlled, or what's the story with Etsy?
Oh, well, it used to be, like I say, Etsy used to be have strict rules that the things that were sold on that site could only be handmade or vintage, 20 years or older.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when they started back in '05. And when they went public, actually even before they went public, they started changing the rules. Oh, you could have a manufacturer as long as it was your idea or you can prove that you're the one that invented it or scripted it or built it or whatever like that originally, and just sent it to like a factory to be built or whatever like that. Then they had that. Then it just went willy-nilly. In fact, you get it's just like eBay now. You got all of these Chinese manufacturers that have got 5 and 10 and 20 stores, all selling the same things, claiming that it's handmade when it's not really. And like I say, it's just in a lot of cases, it's just a more expensive Wish, because a lot of people actually now will buy in bulk off a Wish and sell it for 3 times the amount on Etsy, whatever it is.
Oh, that's interesting. I really don't know how these things work. I know that I made the mistake of buying things from Instagram. Ads pop up, and I think twice I bought. I bought the stupidest, worthless stuff. That it looked like it was made in China or something, but I really regretted. So I'm leery now of any, especially these off brands or pop up. When I was last on Etsy, it seemed like a lot of merchants were just advertising a general store. These kind of stores with cute, sell artsy, cute objects, but it's nothing that's really directly from the artist or producer. It's just like a store. It's like buying from Amazon, I guess. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, that's good to know. I didn't, I didn't know that. It's been corrupted, so to speak.
Oh yeah, well, like I say, for the creators, yes, indeed, it was corrupted. Like I say, it was very nice. It was a great place. In fact, it was a good place to network with other creators and things like that too. We had forums and we had how-tos and all kinds of stuff. It was really great before they made it into a public company. And like I say, as soon as they made it into a public company, they turned into, everything was for all of the investors and the people that were putting the money into it. The creators now pretty much went by the wayside. And of course, they're so highly taxed and feed and everything else now too. It's not worth it. Just not worth it.
Yeah. So where do people
can't
go
keep
now
up,
if they want to?
and it's impossible. What's that?
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I'm kind of ignorant as far as e-commerce. I'm trying to learn more about it, maybe even just how the business system works. But I didn't realize, the irony is the creative people that built up these institutions on the web, and then they end up being the victims. I don't know. It's like it kind of relates to the article you read about Dinklage. The woke kind of bites itself on the.
I am so sorry, guys. Oh, this is driving me nuts. I apologize, Hallie. The entire thing, blue screen of death, again. This is really getting ridiculous. All right, can you see me? Can everybody see me? There you go. This is, like I say, I guess this is the reason why I need help trying to get this stuff updated. I guess I thought I had enough power. Because when we went and bought this computer, I told them, I said, yeah, man, I'm going to eventually be live streaming, but I want to be able to make videos. And I know sometimes the videos take up a lot of memory or whatever it is, like when I'm doing some of these, especially like the hour-long ones and stuff like that, all the different clips and cuts and all this other stuff. But it crashes while I'm working on that too. So, and it keeps telling me it has something to do with my video card. I can't imagine that though. I've got the lower high-end one. I got what I could afford at the time. I built this computer at like a couple of months before the lockdowns and stuff. So, yeah. All right. Am I back? Can everybody hear me and see me again? Of course, not that it's going to do any fucking good right now. I'm so sorry, Hallie, if you're still there. I apologize. My computer does not want to cooperate tonight. I'm going to go as far as I can. Keep calling in anyway. Fuck it. That's probably the reason why this keeps happening. I've got some sus stuff been happening lately. Especially when it comes to doing the live stream. One time I had just a 4-block radius of my neighborhood go out on power, with me included. And now, 15 minutes before I start this fucking show, I'm sorry, man. Sorry. Need to calm down. But yeah, about 15 minutes before I started the show, everything started crashing, either one at a time. OBS has crashed, and of course the entire computer has crashed a couple of times since I've been online here too. I think I'm back on with everything. All right, can you guys see me on Odysee? Is anybody even still there? This really kills this really kills a feed, I know. All right, I'm so sorry. Call me back if you can, or somebody call. Don't be shy. We'll try and do the best we can. If I get if you get hung up on, or if it cuts off, try again. That's all we can do at this point. Anyway, back to the topic while I'm waiting for phone calls. They're dropping like flies. A look at the artists pulling their music from Spotify over Joe Rogan's content. Now, this was from the first. This was from a couple of days ago. There's actually been a few more since then. And of course, you know, there's so many things going on in the world that are really being either overlooked, omitted, not seen, not talked about, that are way more important than a podcast. Because you think about it, there's 7 billion people on the planet, and he gets 11 million of them to listen to him a day. That's kind of a spit in the ocean. It really is. So, I mean, is he really influencing enough people to make a difference for these people? Or are they just afraid that it's going to? I guess it's like that old shampoo commercial. You know, they told 2 people, and then they told 2 people, and then they told 2 people, and then they told 2 people. So, but that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. But again, 11 million is still a spit in the ocean compared to the population of the earth. But now you got folks like, all right, of course, first Neil Young. And of course, anybody under 30 is going, who? In fact, I saw a meme. Most asked question on January 29th. Who is Neil Young? Joni Mitchell. I didn't even know she was still alive, did you? But she's another Canadian that came down here and made her fortune singing about freedom with her folk guitar and all of that. Now she's going to deprive others of doing the same thing. At 80? How dare you? How dare you? Nils Lofgren. I went who on this one. According to this, he collaborated with Bruce Springsteen and Neil Young. Evidently, he's a studio musician. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but at the same time, who? And let's see. There's more. Graham Nash. Now the original group, Graham Nash, Young, and let's see. Crosby, Stills, Graham Nash, and yeah. All of these guys now are starting to, oh, I'm taking my music off. Does anybody listen to him lately? I haven't heard shit about him lately. In fact, I almost went who, but then I was like, oh, okay, yeah. India Irie. Last time I heard anything from her was the early 90s. And her greatest hit was I Am Not My Hair. Okay, David Crosby. Now, I saw somewhere where he had made an interview saying that Neil Young was one of the most selfish people he'd ever met in his life. Could it be wrong? Like I say, how do you know anymore? And then Stephen Stills, like I say, this is the original group of Crosby, Stills, Nash, and Young, which, like I say, 60s anyone? They've been irrelevant since the 70s or the 80s. Every once in a while, they're brought back in for a party or some kind of benefit or something. All right, somebody's taking a chance on my shitty equipment. Oh, this is unbelievable. Am I back? Am I back? All right, I see myself back on YouTube. Oh, I'm back on Odysee too, kinda. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I promise you, I'm not hanging up on you on purpose. In fact, blue screen of death again, as he started saying, and I guess they don't want us talking about how shitty our equipment is now either. Ah! I feel like Pee Wee Herman when he lost his bike. I'm apologizing left and right. Of course, like I say, this is one of the reasons why I'm doing this and trying to get donations and all that other too, because it's only going to improve for you guys. And like I say, I can't tell you what's going on. I haven't actually had time, but I'm definitely going to go through my reporter and see what the hell all of this was going through here. Someone's taking a chance on me again here. Let's try it again.
Hi.
There is.
Hello, but hello?
I'm here.
There you are, sweetie. Okay, your feed just came back. Your feed just came back now.
Okay. Yeah, there's quite a delay, but yeah, I got BSOD'd again. I don't know what's going on with this thing. As I was just saying, getting after the show, if I can ever get through it, I'm going to go look at my reporter and see what kept causing this. But it's usually my video card, and I don't know why.
Oh. What kind of video card is it?
Off the top of my head, I don't remember.
Okay.
My old man actually built this computer for me. Close your browser windows with the stream running unless if you pop out the chats. Oh, I don't do that. I don't know how to pop out the chats. I just have two little windows here just looking at the chats though, so I can read them.
Yeah, there's a little button in the top, I think it's for popping it out. Where is that little button at?
Oh, I'm afraid to do anything right now except for talk and stream.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Every time. In fact, it
Yeah.
seems like every time somebody gets on the phone and the conversation starts getting good, that's when it BOSODs me again. I don't know what to think. And of course, my throat is sore because I'm screaming at the thing when it happens. You guys don't hear that part. Probably anybody on headphones doesn't want to hear that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear about that, but I feel your pain. I got in with it with Comcast today. Oh boy.
Oh well, now you said is it your equipment that's shitty or theirs?
Well, that's up in the air now, isn't it? Well,
okay.
my main streaming system has crashed 2 days ago, but they cold called me trying to sell me something today, and they got an earful.
Oh yeah.
They got an earful. It's
Yeah,
like,
they can't take care of what you got, but they're always wanting to give you more. Give me more money. Give me more money.
Mm-hmm. We'll just say there's pardon me. Trying to eat here. There's a business next to mine who's having the same problems. And I went to see them, and they're like, our alarm is down, our phone is down, everything is down. And it's like, oh, and Comcast manages all of it. Whoops.
Oh, I wanted to ask you, you've
and
been
we-
listening. You've been listening, right? When I do take a phone call, did I fix the Blair problem?
I automatically stopped the cast, listening. Let me see if it is here. I'll stick my headphones on and listen to your return and see how it sounds.
Oh, okay. Well, I was going to say, usually what happens is when I answer the Skype, it blares for a few seconds and then it levels out. I had some automatic setting on it. I think I fixed it.
Yeah, there's a setting in Windows on the fourth page in your sound thing, and it asks you what to do to set your volume to 50% or 100%. I tell it to do nothing and then use a different system to manage the audio that goes through it.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Okay.
I took care of that right from the head end, But yeah, there's a setting in Windows for that. And,
Oh, okay. Actually, it seemed like there was a setting in Skype too. It had some kind of an auto level something or other.
Yeah, there is one in Skype too, as well. Let's gotta say Skype as well. There isn't a Skype 2. It should be like a Skype 20, but that's besides. I did have a brief listen to you. I didn't hear any blaring or any overly loud, distorted audio, so I think you got it. I think you fixed part of it, at least. It wasn't like the first time I heard Jay. It was like, it's not doing that now, so you're good.
Oh,
At least for
good.
now.
Little by little, bit by bit. If I can ever, like I say, I just need to upgrade everything now. In fact, one of the ways that I do want to grow is I want to actually include my old man in this as well. He's very funny. He's very poignant, but I only have one computer. I only have one situation. I can't do like Tim Pool does. He's got a whole table full of people with cameras and mics everywhere, and I'm sure that's like a computer for each person. So I barely get this computer to work most of the time. Damn it.
That's how I am here. I mean, I got audio processing equipment and everything all over the place here, But
Us too.
like I said, I got gremlins, so I've been chasing them with a broom, but doing my best. I had that one piece of machine die, or that piece of equipment, a very important piece of equipment, die on me the other day. And now I'm looking at the CPU. Oh, pardon me. I'm looking at the CPU, and I see that there are little pock marks on the bottom that are not centered to the pinholes, or the pinholes on the bottom are not centered to the pads of the CPU. That's not good. So that's going to be an absolute mess if I can fix that. That's nasty. That's a big problem. So I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to figure out what are people asking me stuff in your channel. I can't read it, unfortunately, but
In my channel? I don't know. Let's see.
yeah.
In case anybody's wondering, this is WARP Radio. He has a live stream on DLive and Odysee, and he's got a few more. I think you're on Bromo. Is it Bromo?
Tromo, Gromo, or Trovo. I'm sorry, Trovo.
Trovo. Okay, yeah. All right, but if you go to his page, he's got all of his links down there too, and of course, all my links are below. I appreciate everybody super chatting me the library credits. That's always appreciated, especially on this channel. I'm like I say, the goal is to grow and to continue getting people's voices out there. Like I say, not everybody in the world can be creators like this, but everybody can make a phone call once in a while.
I agree. I have a call-in too, but I rarely use it. Sometimes I take calls, but I always get this guy, Nero. He's all right, but he wants to call, talk about how great he is and everything. It's like, oh, okay there, Mr. Trump. I mean, Nero. Yeah.
He wants to talk about what?
Listening to. He wants to talk about how great he is and how awesome his CD collection is and everything. And
gotcha.
I just think he's lonely. He's lonely and he wants somebody to talk to,
Yeah, sounds like he's proud of his accomplishments. I collect music myself, but I never bragged about it.
I mean, I guess I do a little bragging, from time to time myself, but I try not to shove it down people's throats. And I'm not saying that Nero does that. It's just that he usually calls me at an inopportune time or something, It's like, well, you want to sit and chat, talk about all your great stuff, but I got a radio program going on here,
Yes. One of those people who's really hard to say no to, huh?
Yeah. I don't dislike the guy, don't get me wrong. I don't dislike him. It's just that sometimes I don't want to talk to him, He's got a very strange, I don't want to say sense of humor. He's got a very strange demeanor about him. He's okay. He's just, some of the things he brings up, and he just, I don't want to talk about that.
Gotcha.
And then he keeps bringing things up, dirty things, and, we're not going to go down. I won't go into explicit detail. Well, pardon me. We'll just say that it's something I don't really want to be discussing over the air with him for extended periods of time. When it seems that his total intent is to. Pardon?
I said, gotcha.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, I didn't mean to railroad your show either. I just wanted to call and say hi. And now, the first time I will say this, that the first time you called me and you're asking me about the Neil Young thing, I didn't know what you're talking about, but now I do. And I see, you got I don't know his name, but he's the guy that's with Spotify that Neil Young is pissed off about, And,
Joe Rogan.
And what he has to say is, Rogan, that's his name, yeah, Joe Rogan. To me, everyone's entitled to their opinion. And, like you and I said in the chat room the other day, that, Neil is he's doing this as a publicity stunt so he can get his name in everyone's minds again. Because like you say, who under 30 is going to know who he is?
Right.
Who under 50 is going to know who he is?
Yeah, well, did you hear the other part, though, too? Did you hear the other part, though, too?
What's the other part now?
Well, the other part of that is he's owned by BlackRock. He's owned by a subsidiary of BlackRock, which is one of one of the companies that's trying to literally take over the world, if you will, to put it simply.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. It's either the government or the corporations, and they're both the same evil, one way or the other,
Yeah, well, I guarantee he either goes on tour or something. Something's going to happen with him here in the next couple of whatever, because, like I say, you're right about the publicity stunt. Usually that's the main thing, but it usually has some kind of thing where he's going to make money out of it, or somebody's going to make some money out of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's making money.
It's just a shame. It's just a shame. And, of course, that actually is just proof that everybody has their price. Because if you know anything about Neil Young, he was a folk singer that always sang about freedom.
Yeah, he was always about, how, you're right, freedom and independence, and how everybody has the right to do what they want, and it's in his songs and stuff, But nope, he's a sellout. He sold out, and like you say, everybody has a price, and his obviously was 5 cents. I see it that maybe he can't afford to pay the pool boys to keep his diamond-studded swimming pool clean or something, or
That's great.
Maybe he needs another Lear jet to go with his collection, or something, or that, or he's got to pay off another hooker. We don't know.
Actually, he's married to Daryl Hannah, which should actually tell you something too.
Yeah, like I said, hooker.
Well, she's also a major activist. I call actors that have become activists, I call them activores.
Okay, she's an activore.
Yeah, she's an
Sounds
activore.
fun.
So she probably had a little bit of something to do with this too, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. She's probably like, hey, if you want to get with me again, you better get on that soapbox and start a plugging.
Once again, this is WARP Radio on the line with me. He has his own show. He's as you can tell, he's hilarious. You guys need to go check him out.
On my side, this is, of course, is the ever so lovely, ever so beautiful Laura the Goddess, or the Laura the Goddess of the fame of the Italiano, which Mario can go back into a sewer pipe. I messed it up, but anyway, now I'm red and embarrassed myself, but yeah, just on my side, because you're live on my end too at the moment.
Oh well, hello to all your listeners.
Live.
Hello, everyone.
I think I have all but one. Oh, let's see. I have one list. No, they left. I don't have anybody on me. That's okay, though.
Oh, okay.
I was just streaming me working on a computer. And now everybody sees me eating a nasty... no, it's not nasty. It just looks funky. I'm eating a salad. So
okay. Good for you.
Hog eating your food. Yeah.
Well, let them know they can find me on Odysee under Here's What I Heard. And of course I have my live call-in talk show every Thursday night at 7 Central Time, 8 Eastern.
I got right, and 8 Eastern. 8 Eastern and
5 avocado time.
6. That's it. 5 avocado time. I'm thinking mountain for some reason. I always get that screwed up for some reason.
Avocado time is California, actually. That's a saying for us salty berserkers. Okay, why are you feeling sorry for me in the chat here? What did I do, or what are you doing to me?
No, maybe I'm torturing you. Let's see.
Talking about beards.
Oh, let's see. Poor Laura, what have we done to her, chat? Oh, sorry, that was bad. I'm sorry. I was trying to do some rice up there. It didn't work.
I'll be whistling Dixie.
I'm having trouble.
Rabbis.
I'm having trouble getting. No.
All right, y'all out there, smash the fire button, even though my computer hasn't been on. I'd like to set my computer on fire today.
I know the feeling. I know the feeling. I feel your pain. I feel your pain. I really do.
Wade says he's been a bad boy. I expect no less from you. We've always known Wade was a bad boy. That's why we love him.
Yeah, well, it's bad boys that make the world go round, right?
Yeah, I think so.
There you go.
Sure ain't any of these male feminists, that's for sure.
No. Including the including the one who claims he's in the best of health, but yet, he's 300 pounds overweight. Okay, maybe not that heavy, but he certainly looks like he's. Well, we're not going to go there. Never mind.
Oh, you got to tell me who you're talking about now, because that actually could be one of about 1,000 people.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking of two. I'm thinking of Mr. Brexit himself for one, but I'm thinking of his side clone on our side of the pond as well. And
you talking about Nigel Farage?
Mr. Zoo. Pardon?
Mr. Brexit, Nigel Farage?
No, I was thinking more of Boris Johnson.
Oh, he's not Mr. Brexit. In fact, he fooled them all. Everybody thought he was going to be the English Trump. Not even close.
Right. Right, and that's what I was referring to.
Oh, okay.
Him and the other Trump.
Yeah, not even close. In fact, he was the one that before he was for lifting all the mandates and everything like that. He was one of the ones that said they had to have them, and was like, what?
Meanwhile, he's partying while he has everybody in lockdown.
Mm-hmm. That's what I mean. Everybody thought he was going to be Trump, but he wasn't anywhere near it. Just because he looked like the man doesn't mean he was anything like him.
Yeah, well, he looked like him, except maybe if somebody stuck one of those liposuction machines into Trump and turned it on and left it on overnight, maybe. Maybe he did look like that, but...
And he doesn't have the comb over either. Actually, I thought you were talking about that YouTuber that was making fun of Joe Rogan. You could see his double chin. He's on the camera. You can see he's kind of fat and chubby and everything like that. And he says that him and Joe Rogan have the same body type. It's like, nah, I don't think so. Joe Rogan can do like what do they call those? Roundabout kicks and stuff up in the air? I don't think that other guy could have done that stuff.
Yeah, admittingly, I got an extra chin. I don't know where it came from, but, I don't know where it came from. The camera makes me about 50 pounds heavier for some reason. But other than that,
yeah, it's like they put fish eyes on these camera lenses on purpose, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they sure do, don't they?
Let's see. Rabbi says that Boris Johnson is actually descended from Turkish Jews. Interesting. I don't usually delve into people's genealogy, but heck.
Yeah, it is Boris.
Prowler says...
I just looked at him and I wondered...
Prowler says... Go ahead.
I was going to say for Boris... I wonder how many minutes a day or how many minutes a morning he keeps his tongue in a light socket.
I don't know. He'll have to ask, I guess. You go up and be a journalist and ask him that at one of his press conferences. It'll probably go viral.
It will.
That's hilarious. Prowler says he believes it because at this point all these turds come from the same bowl. Yeah, well, I was going to say it's the same thing in America. I mean, Nancy Pelosi's nephew and I think daughter run California. That's all nepotism these days. In fact, what did they find out about Maxine Waters? She pays her entire family or something like that for all of her campaign shit.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh yeah. I was going to say, actually, we're in this predicament because so many people have gotten complacent. It's been, we have such an abundance here that people just take it all for granted. In the meantime, while we're wallowing in wealth, our leaders are going behind our back and taking it all away from us. Or trying to.
I don't know about wallowing in wealth. I mean, I'm not.
Put it this way. You probably make, even at your fixed income, probably make 10 times more than 50% of the planet does right now. Maybe even more. Some people make less than $1 a day by our standards. In fact, why do you think everybody's trying to get here? Why do you think everybody wants to come here?
Yeah, well, that's true. I get what you're saying.
Now, it may not seem like much because our powers that be pretty much take it as fast as they give it to us by, i.e., inflation and taxes and all this other stuff. Taxes on taxes, tax after you've been... I was like, there was a youngster, the Generation Z, starting to ask questions about this. Like, all right, I paid taxes on the money that I made and I brought it in. I paid taxes. Then when I go and buy something, I pay taxes again. Then when I Am I back? Am I back? Excuse me. Oh, this is so infuriating. This damn computer ran all darn day today, and it's 15 minutes before I start getting ready to do the show, it starts acting up on me, crashing, doing all this crap. I'm really, really sorry, guys. I don't know what to tell you about this stupid computer. It's also cutting everybody off when it comes to my phone calls and everything. Ugh. God, this is infuriating. Well, you guys see tonight now why I need to upgrade things, evidently, obviously, otherwise it wouldn't keep crashing. I can't imagine what the hell's wrong, but then again, I'm not that technical savvy when it comes to the innards of this thing. I know how to use all the programs, and I know how to do even the like keyboard shortcuts and all the other stuff and everything like that. But when it comes to the innards with all of the wires and bits and pieces, I'm not that great at that. And I can't imagine, like I say, I'm going to look at my Tattler later on after the show, but it's going to tell me the same thing, which is absolutely nothing. It gives me these key codes, and I go into the website and look at them and everything. Oh, well, it could be this or it could be that, or some error message that makes no sense to me. I'm not the programmer. The programmer evidently knew what he was talking about on it. So, sorry about that, WARP radio. Once again, yeah, I was thinking that too. My husband wants to take it apart and check that out as far as that goes too. In fact, he thinks that it's probably full of cat hair and dirt and dust and stuff. Although I have it elevated, it's up off of the floor. It's not sucking up, just off the floor or whatever like that. Although that might make the dirt and grime and everything worse. But yeah, I'm gonna have him pull it apart tomorrow morning. Oh. The language of a sailor, yes. Sorry about that. Yes, the voice of an angel, language of a sailor. Actually, now that we're talking about that, I come from a lot of different kind of backgrounds. In fact, my actual family, from the 1800s anyway, were, believe it or not, outlaws in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I literally had a great, I think it was a 5 or 6 great grand uncle that was hung for murder. I can't remember our last name back then. But yeah, I found that out not too long ago. My sister is a genealogist. She's actually getting a master's and a doctorate in genealogy. And we had trouble finding our last names for a while because they actually got changed. Well, one reason was the adoptions on my dad's side of the family. But the reason why they changed my name on my mom's side of the family is because we were outlaws. We were in fact, the reason why this guy ended up he killed a taxi driver or a stagecoach driver, and because he was robbing it. And he managed to get $20. Now, back then, $20 was a lot of money. But still, $20. In fact, I think it might have been a mail truck. But yeah, I come from I come from outlaws, but then again, also too, I've had very, very rich people in my family, and I have very, very poor people in my family. But some of the best people in my family have been the truckers. And that's where my potty mouth comes from. In fact, all of the truckers in my family, including my uncle, who is a devout Christian and doesn't cuss anymore, always have the absolute best jokes you've ever heard in your life. I wish I could remember some of them, because I would have you guys rolling on the floor. But one of the reasons why I bring that up is because of the fact that Facebook has been removing their groups. These truckers that have been doing, thank you, sweetie. These truckers that have been doing these protests and everything like that, they've been coming together and organizing on some of the social media platforms. And of course, Facebook is taking them down. Now, actually, we're finding out more and more and more and more that Facebook is pretty much run by our government. Actually, the Chinese government, our government, it's almost as if whatever any government says, Facebook does. Take this person down, censor that person. I mean, for crying out loud, they took a sitting president off of their platforms. I don't see how that's not panicking everybody that has a sense of the freedom of speech. I know it freaked me out, and it bothers me to no end that these assholes have control over. They're essentially trying to have a control over what you think. So, I'm going to make a plea. In fact, the show's almost over anyway. Thank you guys so much for dealing with me and putting up with this bullshit equipment. I'm not saying it wouldn't happen again. Let's see. Veronica Sanchez. Hi there. Thank you for being here. She's on YouTube. She asks, are you enjoying the cold weather? No. I live in South Texas, so I'm used to the hot weather. Yeah, me too. And it seems like since I hit my 40s, I just can't stand the cold. I never have been able to stand the cold. I'm originally from Miami, FLA. So yes, no, I'm not enjoying the cold. In fact, you can see I've got one of my heavy shirts on, and I'm in a very highly heated house right now. No cold for this lady. Never liked the cold. In fact, if I move any farther north than this, I'm coming south for the winter. I'll be a snowbird. There's no way. My favorite part of winter is watching it from the TV while you guys are shoveling snow and ice off your shit up there in the northern countries. Now, some people love it. I don't mind visiting it. It's fun to play in the snow every once in a while, but I've noticed that when it actually is a situation where you can play in the snow, the weather's not so bad. You know what I'm saying? It's not so windy that you can't stand it or whatever like that. It's just white and cold and not so much that you can't stand it, of course. But my point on this is since they're taking all of these truckers and these convoys off of Facebook and probably trying to take them off YouTube and everything like that. Now, this is for the American one. This is for the convoy to D.C. I hear that Australia's trying to do it. These truckers in Canada. Salty, get out of my head. These truckers in Canada are paving the way. And I can't think of a more masculine... Well, like I say, it actually doesn't surprise me because our truckers are the ones that they're claiming have all this toxic masculinity. Although I got to tell you, without some kind of masculinity, we'll never be safe. Masculinity to me is part of it is that feeling that a man has that they need to take care of shit, take care of their business, take care of their women, take care of their family. It's not something you're going to be able to breed out of men because it's something that's been like instinct since we were, well, you see the animals do it too. But like I say, since man even stepped foot on this planet, it's always been kind of patriarchal, and you see why. They're trying to play us, though. Look at the two swimmers up in the NFC up there, or whatever they call it. Anybody that believes that shit will believe anything. And of course, I've always been told that if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And that's what I'm seeing a lot of these people. Oh, why are you so adamant about this? Because it's stupid. And I don't want to be pushed into that. That's why. So my point, though, is to make sure that you go in and support these American Freedom Convoy guys. I'll give you the link to the Gab group, because a lot of these guys moved from YouTube or Facebook. A lot of these guys moved from Facebook to Gab. So there's the link. Make sure you join these groups and support them somehow. Share their shit or send the money to whatever their charity is or whatever like that. I think they've got a what is it, a GoFundMe? Which I think that as soon as they release that money again, they've actually held onto it twice now. But actually, once they release that money again, they need to move it quick. They need to take that money and move it someplace else in another charity charity collector. Oh, I'm so flustered. Oh. But yeah, make sure that you support these guys, because they are, I guess you could say they are modern day warriors. I don't see anybody else trying to stand up to the establishment right now, and the establishment is one of the ones that are taking our freedoms away from us, especially with this, they're having real bad trouble dividing us by race and all that, but the classism and the vaxxed, not vaxxed seem to be working somehow. Seem to be working to divide and conquer us. They're not going to stop, though, either. Even if we are winning, we can't become complacent and say, okay, we won this one. Got to stay diligent, because any little crack or crevice, they never stop. They never stop. In fact, that's the reason why most people don't want to argue with them anymore. Because they're like robots. They're like the Energizer Bunny when it comes to their ideals. You can't tell them facts or any of that other stuff. Eventually it gets to be talk to the hand. You don't want to have a conversation. You want to be in charge. I'm not dealing with that. You don't have to either. So yeah, these guys are going out and fighting for us. And of course, they've got the equipment to do so. I don't mean the manly equipment. Have you ever seen anybody go up against the big rig? Doesn't happen very often. And when it does, usually the smaller whatever it is loses. So yeah, hooray, hooray for our truckers. Yes, that's where I get my potty mouth from. Sorry, but not sorry. They tell the best jokes. Not to mention the fact that the obvious, without these guys, you guys are going to have to start learning how to grow and cook your own food. There's not going to be any more Cokes. There's not going to be any more prepackaged foods. There's not going to be any more. Actually, there's not going to be any more fruits and vegetables from exotic places and stuff like that. You're gonna, like I say, you're gonna have to be able to grow your own stuff in your own region, and that's what you're gonna be stuck with if you if you get rid of these truckers, if you alienate these people enough to where they don't want to do this anymore. This is where we get a majority. And of course, you're not going to be able to get furniture anymore. The gas will go, you won't be able to get gas anywhere anymore. That's truckers, everything is done by truckers, guys. Don't mess with these people. Don't fuck them up. Don't piss them off. In fact, it's actually worse to piss off a trucker than it is to piss off your waiter or waitress, which I don't recommend either. But these guys actually know how to get through some of this stuff. Do these elites? I wonder what these elites think they're going to do when they don't have these people to push around anymore. Because you know damn well they don't do their own anything. There you go. See, you need to get stuff out like that. Prowler of the Night says, if anyone lives in Pennsylvania, Dave McCormick is that is running for the Senate is having a fundraiser ran by a member of consulting company for Dominion. See, we need to know that kind of stuff, because that right there makes me want to stay away from that person. And it makes me want to tell others to stay away from that person. We don't need people like him in there. If he's backed by that company, what did that company do, allegedly? In fact, they've been sued several times, and how many times have they lost? All of them? Against people like Rudy Giuliani and Mike, the pillow guy? You know, and you know how much those guys are hated. So yeah, make sure you join these people. American Freedom. Even if you can't ride with them or be with them, let them know that we got their back. Because even in Canada, they're trying to now make it against the law to help these people. Don't give them food. And the thing is, here's the thing. They did the same thing for when people were trying to help the homeless and trying to help the indigent and all that other stuff. They make it against the law, and then they turn around and say, well, why aren't the churches doing it? Shame on them for stopping this. Well, you've made it against the law. You've put some little thing in there to where it's against the law to help these people. You even arrested a 90-year-old chef in Florida, not one, not two, but 3 different times for being humane, for helping people. So which is it? In fact, I'll never forget this. I wish I could find this clip, but there was a councilwoman down in Houston about 10 years ago that there was some people, there were some good Samaritans that were cooking home-cooked meals and bringing them underneath this one overpass down in Houston somewhere. And the city council or whatever it was put the kibosh on it, and the lady, the councilwoman, got on the television and literally said, we want to protect these people from getting sick because they take up too much of the hospitalization and all that other, all of those resources. And I'm thinking to myself, you're going to stop people from feeding them good, wholesome, probably fresh food, and claim that that's going to make them, that homeless people get sick more often. You think maybe it's because they eat out of garbage cans? You fucking idiot! I'll never forget that. It's like, how in the world are these people going to get sicker by people helping them with fresh food? So you're going to relegate these poor schmucks to eating out of garbage cans and dumpsters and make it illegal for humanitarians to help them. And then blame us for not wanting to pay more taxes to help them, which you're not doing. So on top of the taxes, we're actually willing to go above and beyond and still help these people that you claim to be helping with our taxes. I don't think so. So again, help these people out. The convoys, they're going to be, this is what we need, people. This is what we need. Be ungovernable. This is the reason why I didn't just stop. Because I'm pretty sure that my crashing probably doesn't have a lot to do with my equipment. I see this problem quite often. In fact, my computer likes to crash when I'm either talking about something controversial, listening to something controversial, or doing a video that might be controversial. I've had a video of mine taken off of YouTube for being misinformation, even though it was about me and my decision about my medical information as far as that goes. I take that as a badge of honor. I do, because it means I'm on the right track, obviously. Look what they did to Alex Jones. Everybody's like, oh, it's just Alex Jones. Well, that's where it started. You let one person make it okay, they think it's okay. That's the reason why they can't figure out why we're doing the same things we're doing the same things, or think that we're doing the same things that they were doing. Actually, it's not. We're not doing the looting and the rioting or anything like that, but we are calling spades spades, and we are doing what do they call it? Callbacks, or when you insult somebody back or whatever like that. Oh, okay. Here's an example. They screamed "fuck Trump" for years and years and years and years and years. Oh, it's okay for us to do it. The minute we say something that's equivalent, which is "let's go Brandon," oh, that's unacceptable. You're being too rude. Nah, screw you. You don't get to tell me what to do in this case, especially since you don't have the high ground on this. No, I'm not a lady. Never claimed to be a lady. Don't know that I'm a lady. I'm not a lady. I am a woman. I identify as rich, but then again. But yes, I am a woman. Don't call me a lady. I won't curtsy. In fact, I'm more like I guess you could say I'm more like a tomboy. But like I say, I come from a family of outlaws. So cheers. In fact, even my rich relatives were kind of outlaws. So, okay. Actually, it seems like it might be my Skype that's causing the problem here, because it seems like every time somebody calls me, I crash. Although that's what I really want people to do. Of course, they don't want me to do that, I'm sure. Uh-oh. Am I about to crash again? Yes. Something's about to crash. My Odysee page is locked up. Oh, okay. Yep, there it is. The page isn't responding. Although, if you guys can continue to see it, no problem. Yep. You identify as rich too. Yeah, I wish. Actually, maybe I should identify as poor. Maybe more people would give me money. Of course, I'm not saying... in my opinion, I'm probably not saying it right. A bunch of these people are saying, you suck, give me money. Maybe I should start doing that. Oh, man, start insulting my audience? Nah, I would never do that. I don't like people being miserable all the time. We shouldn't be... In fact, this is the richest fucking... Still, the richest fucking country on earth. We shouldn't be miserable. What's the difference between in-laws and outlaws? I'm not sure. It's probably going to be a joke. What is it, Wage? Excuse me. Swallowed down the wrong pipe. Even my outlaws are wanted. Yeah, well, it's kind of funny because when I think about it, my generation is one of the first ones that like didn't do things that were against the law for stuff. Because I read somewhere that although she claims to have not had anything to do with it, she was just actually dating this guy, but there was some kind of a commodities or trading thing that was a fraud that my grandmother got involved in Florida somewhere. There's an article about it. She managed to skate out of it because she wasn't like married to this guy, but she was getting ready to get married to this guy that was in some real estate scam or something down in Miami back in the 70s. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, I come from a family of adopted people and outlaws. So yeah, it's what can I tell you? My favorite people of all, though, in my family were the truckers, especially my Uncle Billy. Him and my dad still exchange trucker jokes. Every once in a while, Dad will come up and tell me a joke that Uncle Billy told us. Gotta have a sense of humor in that job. And of course, did I show you guys this? I don't know if I still have it. Let me see if I can find it. If you guys want to take it, although I don't know if I want to take a chance. My Skype is up. It's just that anybody that calls in. All right, well, I'll look for this one last thing because I'm seeing that I'm going over now. I hope you guys are all doing well. Stay warm out there. It's colder than a witch's tit in a brass bra. Let's see if I can find that. I had a friend of mine post this video at a truck stop. No, I didn't save it. Darn. But I mean, it was this big burly dude, and of course, it's funny watching chicks walk in these high heels that are more than 3 inches. But this guy he looked like a frickin' football player. he had on one of these little strappy dresses that wouldn't zip up in the back. It was red and it was short, and a pair of platform shoes with his toes all hanging out, and he's walking around this truck, and this other trucker is filming him saying, "What the F? What the F?" And I was like, I think the guy even had a beard too. I was like, dude, if you're gonna do that, at least wear something that fits you. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So yeah, if I find that one again, I'll post it somewhere, maybe on my Gab. Anyway, all my links are below. I appreciate everybody that was here tonight. Thank you so much for putting up with my shitty equipment. Although I have my suspicions about that as far as that goes too. It seems to happen a lot when I'm talking about something that they don't really want us to either talk about or know. So Windows could have something, I don't know. I usually turn off all of my microphones and my cameras when I'm just browsing or something like that. So you just never know anymore. These guys have got more control than I think that we even realize. But it's not going to stop me, and as you can see, I've come back up as many times as I've gone down. So thank you guys for any super chats. Again, all my links are below. I've got a PayPal, and of course, like I say, the best thing to do is to follow me on the alternative platforms, Odysee, Rumble, maybe. We'll see what happens. They're getting ready to go public too. Like I say, usually when a company ends up going public after being private like that and being advocate for its creators, the minute it goes public, that's where the money comes from then, and that's who they're going to be taking care of. I don't care if Dan Bongino tells you otherwise. It's not the way it works. And I was gonna say these companies that go public like this and get the investors and all of that and everything like that, the investors want something back for their money. And a lot of times, since they do hand the money, it's like being a producer at a movie. I want certain things, and with the threat of that money going away and not being able to either pay somebody or having to lay people off or having to stop some kind of growth somewhere or something like that, they're not going to turn that money down unless somebody comes in and gives them more money, which is unlikely. Although the thing is, though, is why not take both? So so appreciate the callers, and I appreciate you guys hanging with me and bearing with my shitty equipment. Keep up the good fight, and I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow in Salty Stream. Although I don't know if anybody ever sees any of my posts or anything like that. The chats go by so damn fast. Most of the time I just turn Salty on and go work on something else, because I try to put them in there occasionally. And I don't want to seem like I'm spamming either, because the algorithms actually catch that, believe it or not. So, oh yes, I see you, and I actually lurk in a lot of people's streams, mainly because of the fact that I'm working myself, but I also want to hear what's going on, and I comment occasionally. In fact, while GI Wingnut was on, I was actually listening while I was cooking. I had to feed my old man before the show. We're gonna go have some dessert now. So once again, thank you guys so much for being here tonight. Thank you so much for taking chances on the phone calls. I'm going to try and have some of this stuff fixed by the time we get back on there. I'm going to have my regular video on Saturday. Don't forget, we're here every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and 5 o'clock avocado time. If you're a salty berserker, you know what that is. And for those that don't, that's Pacific Time, or specific time. Not really, Pacific Time. You know, like the Pacific Ocean. And of course, 6 o'clock Mountain Time if you're in the mountains. Oh, well, we love you too, Lil Bit Blue. Thank you so much. I appreciate everybody's super chats and everything that you're doing to support me. And thank you again, Wage, for getting me to 5 stars. I appreciate that. I feel official for the time being, for now. You know they'll come up with something else, because you know Odysee actually just lowered all of their rewards for stuff to do. Now, instead of getting 0.2 a day for watching videos, you might get 0.25 for a week of watching videos. What the hell is that? It's almost like a video game where they make you work really, really, really hard for any gold. And when you do get some gold, the prices are so overwhelming with the stuff that you can get from them, it takes you forever to save up for anything. Oh, well. What can I tell you? I don't play games anyway. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Make sure you check out Wage Wars channel. He does movies and music and news. And he does, I think you restream the restream, right? You restream the restream. And of course, there's Advocate Coke. And all of you salty berserkers out there, thank you for being here, Little Bit Blue. Thank you for being here, Rabbi. Thank you for being here, Hallie. All of my people on YouTube. Appreciate it, Veronica Hallie. I'm sorry I can't pronounce that name. Loyal 9. I'm sure I'm missing some of you. Oh, 451 Actual, thank you for being here. Don't forget, I'll probably be in his stream tomorrow morning. I'll be working on a video, but I'll be listening to his rock and roll. And of course, thank you so much for supporting my son's music as well. Go out and check them out. They're Headspill, Headspill. They are on Spotify. They've got, I think 7 or 8 songs on Spotify. My favorite is Choke. But I think, again, I'm biased because when he originally wrote that song, he wanted me to sing on it. I actually just moved when they did that song, so I couldn't do it. All right, you guys. Love you muches. Thanks for putting up with all the bullshit tonight. Hope you guys had as much fun as I did. It was still fun, but it was a pain in the ass. So... Once again, thank you guys all for clicking on my little acre of the internet today. Thank you for any of the support that you've given me. Thank you for being here. And until next time...